Good morning, Beata Bukowski coming to you with our weekly economic update. Freddie Mac reports average mortgage interest rates for primary residences for a 30-year fixed mortgage to be at 2.81, another record low since the beginning of the pandemic. The 15-year fixed rate is reporting at 2.39%, and the 5-year adjustable, whoever remembers adjustable mortgages anymore, being reported at 2.9. So you can get a lower interest rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage than you can on an adjustable. As far as last week in economy, unemployment claims for the first time rose by about 53,000 last week. Initial jobless claims totaled at 898,000 the week ending October 10th. Continuing claims, and please listen closely, continuing claims show numbers at about 10 million total, which is a decrease of about 1.2 million. But the caveat here is that California, for the second week in a row, has not reported their numbers due to some glitches in their internal review and in their internal system. So is it really 10 million or is it more? We shall see. The employment report for October will be coming out in a couple weeks, the first Friday of November. Wholesale inflation has been on the rise in September per the producer price index. The monthly headline reading came in double market expectations, while the core reading, and the core reading always takes out the volatile food and energy costs, was also higher. While the level of inflation is still relatively low, relatively is a very important word here, the key takeaway is that the pace of increase is quite sharp, partly due to the big rise in shipping costs that we have seen recently. Inflation on the consumer level remains still relatively tame per the consumer price index, but it is rising on the wholesale level. Higher producer prices will be passed down to consumers. It's just a matter of the timing and the delays and the seasoning, if you will. Despite the ongoing pandemic, small businesses felt pretty confident last month, per the National Federation of Independent Business Owners. Their optimism index rose 3.8% in 3.8 points, I should say, in the month of September to 104, which since February has been the highest historically speaking. There was a mix of information from the manufacturing sector. The Empire State Index showed health of manufacturing in the New York region, and that was reported better in October than in September. Lastly, retail sales delivered some positive news as they were strong in September, up 1.9% and beating expectations of 0.7. If we take out the auto sales, retail sales increased by about 1.5%. There was a very interesting interview with the CEO of Fannie Mae on his predictions of what the mortgage market and the industry as a whole will look like come 2021 as an effect of the pandemic. And I will be sharing those in a separate video very shortly. Thanks much for your tuning in, and I appreciate you greatly. Have a wonderful week and talk to you next week. With questions, comments, or concerns, please call me 773-321-0008. Thanks. Until next week.